Trapmore gang, I want to tell you about a really tragic story that happened right in the early hours of the new year of 2026, because a rising Dallas artist by the name ZeeTheWizard, who actually had signed to Future's label, ended up getting shot in the head in a nightclub in an incident that was witnessed by one of the most popping rappers in the game right now, Big X the Plug. So this is the news report of the incident, which happened in the early hours of New Year's Day, and this all went down apparently at the Pink House strip club, and ZeeTheWizard ended up getting, shot in the head, and as far as I'm aware, he is still hospitalized and on life support fighting for his life following this tragic incident.
Tonight, the family of a Dallas rapper says he remains on life support after a shooting at a nightclub early New Year's Day. Police responded to Pink House, Dallas around 3:45 Thursday morning. Multiple people were shot. 5 victims had to be rushed to the hospital, and among the victims was a rapper known as ZeeTheWizard. The Dallas Observer recently named him a top 20 rapper to watch.
Just this last year alone, he stuck out the most as being one of the most promising newer talents to come out of the DFW.
Now, despite his being on life support, his family says they are staying positive about his recovery, and they are asking for prayers and privacy.
So there was actually some footage, not of the incident itself, but of the aftermath. And we actually saw Big X the Plug, who's a rapper that I'm a huge fan of, by the way, kind of walking out of the club after the shooting saying they shot Z in the head. What the F? And so this is that footage. You might have already seen this going around on social media, but I'll play this for you now. We don't see anything gruesome in this video, but we kind of just see everybody just in shock and disbelief about what had just gone down in the club.
Look at Big X the Plug on my metal glass. They shoot. Man, they tripping, bro.
What the fuck?
So as you heard him say, he said they shot Z in the head. What the F? It's super, super messed up, man. And what's really unfortunate is in the lead up to that shooting, Big X the Plug was seen inside the Pink House strip club, where the atmosphere in there seemed pretty positive. It seemed celebratory. It seemed like everybody was having a good time bringing in the New Year's. And then just things went absolutely left at a certain point. As you can see, the caption says Big X the Plug and ZeeTheWizard in Dallas for New Year's. Now, it's unclear where this whole situation ended up going so left, but the channel Dallas Rooftop actually compiled a timeline of that evening's events, basically showing ZeeTheWizard throwing stacks of money inside the club roughly 40 minutes before the shooting went down. So as you can see, it seemed like a celebratory mood in the club. So, people were having a good time in there. That's ZeeTheWizard. He was on stage having a good time. Money was being thrown. It was a good night in the strip club. Girls having a good time. It's really not an environment. I mean, I don't really go to the club like that, to be completely honest with you. But sometimes it's just hard to believe, like, were people not being searched? Was it security? Like, who was involved in this incident? It's absolutely crazy, and we really don't have too many answers. But tell you what I want to do is I want to tell you just a little bit of backstory about ZeeTheWizard and what his history is, because August of last year, 2025, is crazy to even say 2025 is last year now at this point, but that's what it is. He officially signed to Future's label, and he was set to be one of the new big artists that was about to put Dallas on a major stage. Obviously, you got Yella Beezy. He's currently incarcerated, fighting charges in the murder of Mo3. Mo3 obviously lost his life, and they're still trying to get justice for what happened to Mo3. So Z was looking like he was going to really carry the torch for Dallas when he signed to Future back in August. So, this is him signing his deal, signing to the Future's Free Bands label. And, a lot of people saying major move, or people saying he's signing and not reading. But hey, if Future says he wants to sign you, that's a legendary person in the scene, okay? Now, ZeeTheWizard was apparently part of the New Dallas movement, okay? A collective of kind of like-minded artists in the new generation promoting unity across Dallas, okay? And the YouTuber Dallas Scoreboard actually talked about this on his channel and basically explained how this was kind of a new generation, a new movement after there'd been so much fracturing and war and infighting. The Mo3 Yella Beezy beef had kind of destroyed the Dallas music scene to a certain extent. And, you know, this was essentially going to be a new generation, a whole new wave.
The New Dallas movement was started early 2024 by the likes of popular rising artists such as Zillionaire Doe and Montana 700. Coming up simultaneously with the Dallas drill scene, New Dallas would take a different approach to the masses, choosing to promote unity and motivation for the city by bringing some of the most reputable trappers and scammers from almost every respected hood in Dallas. Their most notable faces of the movement, Zillionaire Doe, who hails from the Fort Deuce neighborhood in South Dallas in Montana, 700 from the Woodtown neighborhood in Oak Cliff, has risen to the top ranks in the city as far as influence goes, with Montana signing a record deal with 300 back in August of 2024, as well as Doe signing to Yo Gotti's CMG in February of this year, dropping huge street bangers like Back to the South and Pipeline turning the city up last year. As stated before, the New Dallas scene consists of rappers from all different hoods, like BFG Bands from Pleasant Grove, Head Huncho, Amir from East Dallas, Kevin Got Bands from Singing Hills, and Himothy Chung from DeSoto, just to name a few.
So this was a whole new movement, okay, and it said that they brought trappers, scammers, dope boys, all types of, you know, nefarious street cats from Dallas together under a movement of unity. And this is kind of rising at the same time as Dallas Drill. And they're basically saying this is actually, you know, this was at least to a certain extent trying to unite a bunch of groups. But then as you can see, there's kind of allegedly been conflict between Dallas Drill and the New Dallas scene and all that kind of thing. Now, interestingly, okay, $1 million worth of game, okay, rapper Head Huncho would basically try and, you know, break down and explain the history and the purpose and vision of the New Dallas scene. And basically there would be a whole New Dallas episode of $1 million worth of game, really just promoting this movement.
They up there front row. We represent each other. You know what I'm saying? This is new beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing the back.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of nigga I am. Like, I just want to see everybody win. Like, I love seeing my niggas popping. You know what I'm saying? I don't be hating. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas be hating on they niggas when they niggas winning. I ain't never been no hater. That ain't in my, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no hang bone in me, you know what I'm saying? I just love we look good, you know what I'm saying? They love this new D shit. You hear me? We look good, you feel me? They love this new D shit, man. We just letting the world know, like, and we all from different neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? My neighborhood and his neighborhood grew up beefing with each other, you know what I'm saying? My pops and his OG and them beefing with each other, man. We bring this shit back, you know what I'm saying? The city look good right now. The city was just fucked up. Yeah. They see us, they proud. Niggas love the screen they from Dallas right now.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real, like, this shit really going on. I watch y'all shit all the time.
That's what's up, appreciate
I like
that.
how y'all talk to Dirk now, you know what I'm saying? I like that shit.
Appreciate you, man.
You know what I'm saying? For real, like, this new D shit, like we ain't playing like we cool for the cameras.
Nah,
it's really my partner for real. I really grew up with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Wiz, one of the ones. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get to talk. My nigga Wiz, one of the ones. ZeeTheWizard. One of the ones. Versatile.
See, he's saying ZeeTheWizard, that's one of them ones. He putting him on. He's showing love. He's not on screen right now, but he's pointing him out, and he's showing love, man.
You know what I'm saying? This shit really going on.
That's what you need to ask. What you want to tell the world?
We just talk to him.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Them get him on top of the mill shit. It ain't really much more to say. They said it for us. Both of them. It is what it is. We all gonna really say the same thing. Yeah, it's me. It's not a facade. It's real. Like, it's love. Like, on down the line, back 30. You know what I'm saying?
Believe that.
It's love stuff. Bro, them said a lot. Said a lot for it.
That's the Dallas.
So that's ZeeTheWizard kind of giving his thoughts and basically saying it's really love between these crews. We're really trying to do something new and positive with this new generation. Okay, and people in the comments are saying that's how Go Yayo, Mo3, Trapboy Freddy, and Yella Beezy were supposed to do it, but they all fell out. They all had beef. They all tried to kill each other. Mo3 passed away. Yella Beezy facing life in jail now. It's all good. They're saying we ain't doing no gambling, just saving and investing. Zillionaire, that is right. Okay, people saying they crying seeing this. All right, it's this heartbreaking shit in there. Okay, people really setting this aside and they doing positive stuff. People gaining a lot of respect for these New Dallas boys, especially Zillionaire Doe, talking about he ain't on that BS, right? If this wave catch on fire across the board and these guys stick together, it'll be the greatest movement in rap. This is something really positive. And a lot of fans were really excited about this movement and the way that it was coming together over in Dallas, man. They were saying on the Lone Star Ghetto subreddit, which is kind of following the Dallas scene, right? And following a lot of kind of like Texas music, particularly with a Dallas focus, but they focus on Texas. There's other Texas subreddits too. People saying I'm effing with that New Dallas movement heavy. So far, Zillionaire Doe, ZeeTheWizard, Montana 700, and Himothy Chung been going crazy with that getting money music. F a drill is Texas Nights. Got to get back to our roots. Money, cars, jewelry, clothes, and hoes. We're not followers out here. They saying we're not about that drill stuff. Okay, we're trying to be fly, making money. Who's saying, I know this may not make sense to you at all on first glance, but the new Dallas wave is missing an overweight. What the hell? They're saying you need one big Mexican dude in your circle to keep this thing going. All right. People saying I support New Dallas, but you got to realize Dallas drill isn't because MFs is straight copying, but it's because they're young dudes. Most 14 to 20-year-olds don't have nice cars, jewelry, or hoes. Drill is the only thing they can rap about. It reflects their life. And it's unfortunate that it's kind of become a thing where it's like drill versus the new get money dudes. People are saying, like it or not, you can't hate on our drill scene. None of the people you named are bigger artists than FBG Murder out Dallas, Zillionaire Doe, ZeeTheWizard, Montana 700, and Henry C. Chung don't do FBG Murder's numbers. Downvoting don't make it true, but I believe FBG Murder, had a very unfortunate, he had a very unfortunate incident. Okay, where he ended up getting shot at a muffler shop. All right, but police called him the suspect. He might have been the threat. He might have been the problem. Okay, but anyway, some people have been pretty skeptical about whether this movement can even survive Dallas politics, and if it just ends up becoming new Dallas money getters versus the young drill generation who want to cause violence, whether it's not going to work. This is going around in another subreddit that follows the Dallas drill scene, Afdalistan, which is a crazy name. People saying new Dallas movement won't work, and here's why. The new Dallas movement is about pushing peace and unity between all sides. The reason it won't work is simple. Dallas doesn't have that type of culture. If it was Houston or Atlanta or the Bay type of city, it would work because historically those cities always move as a unit overall, so it won't be hard to get everyone on the same page for a unity movement. Dallas, however, has historically been the opposite. It's 2025 and you still got dudes arguing over who can claim East Dallas, LMAO. Dudes are debating whether or not Highland Hills is Oak Cliff, debating whether or not North Dallas is the suburbs full of white people. Dallas has always and will always be a city divided. That's just the culture of the city. Don't even get me started on how they treat people from the immediate outskirt areas like Mesquite, Garland, and Belch Springs. This isn't me hating on the new Dallas movement. It's just facts. Dallas culture by default is being divided. It will literally take generations for all of Dallas, really the Dallas-Fort Worth area, to move as a unit the same way the Bay Area dudes do. People saying Dallas is full of hating-ass dudes that don't want to see each other win, so they slime each other out and kill each other. That's low-key what was going on with Mo3 and Yellow Beezy by the sounds of it. Says they want to act like bringing hoods together, but the whole time them dudes been knowing each other for years and years. It's dudes in different gangs from different hoods all over Dallas. That stuff look good and sound good to an MF on the outside looking in, but they don't know what's really going on, but they really ain't bringing the city together. People saying facts, they low-key be blackballing people. No way Kevin Got Bands didn't blow up before Montana. People saying this why? Snakes. It's a crab in a bucket city. Dudes can't just get money together and live life without trying to hate and despise the next man. Now, as of yesterday, there were some new information circulated about the shooting, and a recent news report from WFAA would actually give some more details on what went down in the shooting where ZeeTheWizard got shot in the head. So this is kind of a news report going down, and it basically says rising Dallas rapper. Hold up. So this says, rising Dallas rapper ZeeTheWizard remains on life support following New Year's Day shooting at nightclub, family says. Despite the online reports to the contrary, the rapper's family confirmed to WFAA he is still alive and receiving medical care at a local hospital as of Saturday morning. It says, as rumor of his passing continues to circulate on social media, the family of rising Dallas rapper ZeeTheWizard confirmed to WFAA that he remained hospitalized and on life support as of Saturday morning. The performer, born Zaquari Cannon Grant Fields, was among the victims struck by gunfire in the early morning hours of New Year's Day after, according to Dallas police, an altercation broke out at the grand opening of a new Northwest Dallas after-hours club called Pink House. That is an unfortunate way to have your grand opening go down. It says 5 people were transferred to a local hospital for treatment, one of them in critical condition, and family members later identified Fields to WFAA as the victim, whose condition was classified as critical. ZeeTheWizard had actually been booked to perform at the Pink House Dallas on New Year's as part of its grand opening celebrations. According to his family, he took to the stage shortly before midnight and played to a crowd that included members of his own family. But after his family left, Fields remained at the club to continue celebrating the holiday before arriving at home. However, his family said they received calls about the shooting and immediately returned to the club-turned-crime scene. Family members, including his mother and father, then joined Fields at the hospital, and they've remained with him since. Doctors are only allowing immediate family members into his hospital room at the moment, and according to the family, Dallas Police Department also beefed up security around the hospital in order to manage the several visitors who have attempted to see the rapper, including fans who don't even know him personally. The family says that even extended family members are not being allowed entry into the hospital at large, with police citing ongoing safety concerns as detectives continue investigating the shooting and work to identify any suspects. Family members tell WFAA they're grateful for the attention that they're receiving from Dallas police, not just for the safety of their loved one, but also for the benefits of the hospital staff. And the family continue to ask the public for privacy and prayers, man. It's a super sad story. You know, I'm a big fan of the Dallas music scene. I've been following it for a while. I did do a big video about Mo3 a few years ago. I did a deep dive into kind of his backstory and his life. And, you know, I was sad to hear how everything went down with him. I was sad to see Yella Beezy getting wrapped up in that. You know, it was... he's somebody who's on the other side of the coin doing very well. It was disappointing to hear that he might have been involved in the murder of Mo3. And, you know, maybe there is a crabs in a bucket mentality that's going on in Dallas. It would be a shame for the new Dallas scene to end up at war with the Dallas drill scene. But, you know, it is very hard for two big groups like that to coexist, and two completely different ideologies about how to move, about how to exist, about how to do business. That is very hard for that to exist. But this news about ZeeTheWizard is very unfortunate. He had just signed to Future's label, and I really just, you know, prayers up for him, wishing him and his family all the best in this dark time, man. Hopefully he makes a full recovery and gets back to the music game and gets another chance at life, man. But it's definitely not looking good. It's a very difficult situation he's in. So prayers up for him, man. Wishing him all the best. And, you know, just to everybody, man, 2026, you know, if you made it to 2026, you might have had a bad 2025. Maybe you had a bad start to the year. Maybe you're not feeling good about things, but you got so much to be grateful for, man. You know, this is a super sad way for somebody to go into 2026. I hope he pulls through, but just be grateful for what you have, you know, be grateful for the situation you got. None of us are in perfect situations. Nobody is always fully happy with what they got going on, but we're all striving to have a better 2026. So let's just do it together, man. Okay, I'm on my positivity shit in 2026. So I hope you found that breakdown useful. Prayers up to ZeeTheWizard. I hope he gets well soon, man. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys there. Thank you.